Chelsea hosting the champions Liverpool. The guard of honour by Chelsea for Liverpool in respect of them winning the title last weekend against Tottenham. We had a guard of honour to start. We had a Chelsea goal in 3 minutes. And I kind of felt, Rob, having seen the first 5 or 10 minutes of the game, how it was going to go, that it wasn't quite Liverpool. It was a slightly changed team. It wasn't quite the Liverpool who know they needed something, who looked like they'd possibly enjoyed a week of celebration. And in fairness to Chelsea, I thought they gave a decent account of themselves.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I think when all the players are fit, Rob, the front players, when you've got Madueke on one side, Pedro Neto now, it looks like those two are the best wide players. Jadon Sancho's had flashes, has not really done it. Problems with Mudryk with bans and suspensions, etc., etc. Nico Jackson, may not be the best striker around right now, but he's a kind of a regular scorer. He stretches defenders with his runs in behind. So when they got everybody going forward, they look pretty good. And I like what Maresca's done in terms of tactics. I've said this since day one. I kind of like him playing Moises Caicedo at right back when they don't have the ball. As soon as they have possession, he jumps into midfield. Romeo Lavia slides over. That's a strong base. Pushes Enzo Fernandez forwards on one side, and it pulls in Cole Palmer on the other side, and you end up with this box thing that we've talked about with them. And Palmer Rob was important, had a good game. That four-man midfielder just talked about in possession gave Liverpool all sorts of problems. I mean, quickly back on Liverpool. Was it 6 changes? And I get it, like others deserve to play is what I think he said. Yeah. You might want to look at the likes of Harvey Elliott. Darwin Nunez, Curtis Jones. I mean, he knows Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones is
I think he's going to be part of the picture,
Yeah, maybe Harvey Elliott is he potentially one that might go to release some funds for others? I don't know, possibly. Chiesa comes in, gets his 5th appearance, Rob, which means he can get a Premier League winners' medal when they're all given out the last day of the season. In some ways, Rob, Chelsea played Liverpool, well, not some ways, definitely Chelsea played Liverpool at a good time. That's kind of lucky to get them at home when they're, less determined.
Less at it, because we saw second half when Liverpool had more of the normal bodies out there, that it was a tight, congested game. But I thought there was a lot for Chelsea to take from the game as well. Let's start with Chelsea, Rob, and then I want to get to Liverpool if we can. But from Chelsea's point of view, Rob, and I think Enzo Maresca's talked this week about, when I look at that Liverpool team and I look at, when they're at it and what the things that have held them in great esteem this season, I look at a goalkeeper, I look at a centre-back, and I look at a forward. And the 3 parts of that team, the goalkeeper and centre-back in Virgil and Alisson, were brought into that football club when Liverpool couldn't quite get over the line, and that was addressed. And they got the guy at the top end of the pitch who will get you 20-plus goals a season. Chelsea, Rob, have got huge talent. They've got a great group. They've got players improving, but they haven't got those 3 positions nailed down. They haven't got a goalkeeper you can rely on. I'm still not sure they've got a centre-back who you build your team, your back 4 around, and they haven't got a centre-forward who you can rely on, who can get you those kind of goals. For all that sport and for all the age, might they need to go and get a slightly more experienced-looking 3 players, Rob, who are not always 21, 22 with potential? They might be 25, 26 with 150 games under their belt.
Yeah, quite possibly. I agree with you on the goalkeeper. Like, that's got to happen. There will be a change in the goal for next season. I agree in terms of a striker. I think another one is needed. The centre-back's interesting, Rob, for me, because I don't totally disagree with you, but how I feel about Wesley Fofana. Yeah. He could, right? And for him, it's injuries, sadly. He could be that guy you're talking about. Well, maybe not with the experience, but he could be he's definitely the best centre-back at the club, Wesley Fofana. And between Chalobah
I'm not as given, Rob.
I know you're not.
I'm not as given on him.
Yeah, well,
I hear your argument.
I would argue that a lot. I would argue that with you, but that's fine. We'll find. I just wish he was lucky with injured. Rob, and stayed in the team for a long period of time. But between Tosin, Chalobah, thought had a good game today, by the way.
Yeah,
Chalobah.
Badiashile,
not so much. Levi Colwill, yes. I hear you, but I think that position has the potential to grow into the type of players that you'd like to be central defenders. And by the way, you know, this squad was put together with a ton of money, very much in trying to build a young team that's going to be great for a long period of time. I said to Tim today on the set, that we all know that it was never going to be done like straight away. And I think we've seen from this particular season, start of this project with a different manager, different tactics, these young players coming together finally, there's going to be pockets that need upgrading. I remember thinking it at the very start, because the nature of young signings, some of them are going to be good enough and some aren't. Now, the ones that aren't, you're going to have to patch up. Now, Nicholas Jackson may need a patching up there. I say patch up, that's an expensive patch, but that's a position in the team that when you look at it, that could be better. Goalkeeper could be better. If those two positions are addressed, that's a big if, the goalkeeper I'm pretty sure will be, to find the right striker, you know, that's a big part of it.
That's a tool,
The midfield, for me, is excellent. Is excellent. And let me roll on to my underappreciated performer. It's Romeo Lavia. Now, again, an important player that's been really unlucky with injuries, but since he got injured, Enzo Maresca and another kind of Chelsea blogs that I've read talked about the physicality of Lavia in that midfield. I know that Caicedo is still playing, but Lavia, he also brings physicality. He's 21 years of age. He's really good on the ball. And the Chelsea that we saw the blip like in the last 2 or 3 months, really, you know, was without Lavia. He is back now, and so is Nicholas Jackson. And all of a sudden, this starts to look a lot like the Chelsea team that was pretty good early on in the season. So, you know, also, just a side note, Rob, I'll throw it back to you on this one. We know what happened in the summer with Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia. They were wanted by Liverpool.
Could have been Liverpool. Could have been Liverpool players.
Do you think either of them look at this and like, I
was going to ask you exactly the same question. We must spend too much time together in Kentucky.
What do you think? Do you think they'll regret it? I mean, they committed to the club, but was it a mistake by any of them?
I don't think you can look back at it as a mistake, Rob. I think you are where you are. It would have been interesting to have seen Caicedo in that midfield. Would he have been Gravenberch?
He would have been Gravenberch. He would have been Gravenberch.
Now, I might argue that Gravenberch is a better footballer. Caicedo might be have better physicality to that role and more defensive. But I would say Gravenberch has got a little bit more technical ability than Caicedo.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Rob. But I think Gravenberch is more of an 8. I think his natural attributes.
Yeah, maybe.
Excuse me, are more of an 8. And if you have Caicedo, I mean, you shouldn't spend too much. This is, of course, not going to happen. But if Caicedo is in there holding, and you got Gravenberch, you got Szoboszlai, you got McAllister,
and McAllister. I mean, you got some. I mean, that's pretty good.
Really great options. Anyway, he didn't do it. I think he committed like early on to the club and all that. But no, I just wanted to give a shout out to Lavia. I think he's an important player for Chelsea. He's 21 years of age. He was 78 million dollars from Southampton.
Something like that. And he didn't play that much, but they look a different team when he's in there, Rob. Lovely little ball he plays into Cole Palmer for the first goal, who I thought was important for Cole Palmer. Looked a bit freer, Rob. Talked after the game about, you know, it does affect him missing chances. It does affect him that he hasn't scored since January. Really important for him to get the goal for Chelsea between now and the end of the season.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lowe, and as we head towards the end of an exciting Premier League season, make sure you like and subscribe on the NBC Sports YouTube channel for more content like this.